again, everyone. I've just returned from the longest solo road trip in my life. From North Carolina to Chicago, up through Wisconsin, and back to North Carolina, all the places in between, thrifting along the way, of course, to rescue music items from certain doom. And I've come back with a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to flip through it pretty quickly here, and I'm going to show you all I got. Let's check it out. Okay, guys, I'm starting with this batch here. Let me explain where I got it. This is from my friend Vance, a.k.a. Zephurl, who you may know from YouTube. I stopped by his place in Chicago, my first stop on my road trip after a 15-hour drive from North Carolina. I stopped by his place. We hung out. He gave me a couple of crates of records that he thought were just too beat up or just, heading for the thrift store. So before he took them to the thrift store, I said, look, let me just take them. I'll look through them, see if there's anything really worth having. So, of course, dig this. Beatles. We got to look that up. He says they're beat up. I'm going to look them up just in case. So many Beatles. I'm not the biggest Beatles fan, but I know if I have the right Beatles, they might sell. But again, it's iffy. These are iffy. I'm not sure if these are sellable or not. Of course, Elvis, you have to look up Elvis. I don't like Elvis very much, but now look. Don't get your hopes up. It's just a cover, but I can't throw that away, right? And then look, this is just a cover too, but it looks like somebody carved an upside down cross into that guy's face. I don't know if you can see it scratched in right there, but anyway, got to keep that album cover. And then this is I don't know, who are these people? Paul Revere and the Raiders, maybe? Some insert for an album. I'll keep that. Led Zeppelin, we'll look that up. Small Faces. We got Jethro Tull. We got Tangerine Dream. Beach Boys, we'll look that up. Pacific Gas and Electric. I've never seen that at a thrift store ever, so I'll look that up. Atlantic Rhythm section, we'll look that up. And look at this guy. I've never seen that guy, never heard of him. Got to look that up just because of the way he's dressed. And he's got ice skates on. What the heck is going on there? Harper's Bazaar, I'll look that up. Cheap Trick, that's one of my favorite bands ever. First band I ever loved after Kiss, and got to look that up. And even if it's worthless, scratched up, I got to keep the cover. Tad Nugent, I'll look him up. I'll look that up too. Styx, Martin Denny, always a good thing if it's in good shape. Georgia Kelly, don't know what that is, but I'm going to look it up. Santana might be something. Association, depends. Crosby, Stills and Nash. Tommy James, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Now, these things, kids' records, always have to look those up. People have a thing for kids' records, a nostalgia, and they often sell if they're in good enough shape. So I'll look those up. Bozo, right? And we got Elton John. Oh, now this little section here, I kept these just because of these little stickers. See those little price stickers? I collect, for some reason, price stickers that mention anything about music or records. So, and I don't even know what Cat Mother and the All Night Newsboys are, but I'm going to look that up. Barry Manilow, look at that cool sticker, though. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to get that sticker off of there. And, K-Tel. Always got to look up K-Tel. There are collectors of K-Tel. Okay, camera adjustment. Now we're going K-Tel. Now this, I always have to check out these Middle East records. They could be valuable. Also, Hawaiian records, I've had good luck with selling, so I'm going to look those up. This here, some Latin stuff, sealed. This is probably worth something. I'm going to guess this is a good one, so I'm going to look that up. Don't know what this is, so I'm going to look that up. Never seen that before. These test records are always good to look up. I don't know who Stephen Lauren Bigger is. I'm going to look him up. Alan Parsons could be something, and it's a little dang. It looks trashed, but we'll look it up. Yes, looks trashed, but I'll make sure. DNA. Now, Carmine Appice. You guys know Carmine Appice, right? Drummer. Drummed for Ozzy and some other people. This is another band of his DNA. Weird, huh? I'll look that up. No, or Alan Parsons. Now, this soundtrack might be something if it's in good shape. I'll look that up. Gotta look that up, of course. Planet P. Great record. This looks trash, but, I'll look at it anyway. Andreas. I don't know this guy, really, but there's two of them, so we'll look him up. Some weird DJ record. I have good luck with some 12 inches, so I'll look that up. Chamber Brothers. Looks trashed. I gave a peek at this record, but still, I'm going to try that out. Oh, look at that. Uriah Heep. Just that cover is great. Now, if the record's trashed, somebody may want a good version of this cover, so we'll look that up. Ofra Haza, got to look that up. Looks in great shape. This is a weird soundtrack I've never heard of. We're going to look that up. Jaws, of course, got to look that up. That might be something. Cat Stevens, we'll give it a shot. Elton John, we'll try him. Quarter Flash might be worth a couple bucks. Isaac Hayes, depending on the quality of that. Eric Carmen, I don't know who this is, but God, that's a weird cover. Look that up. I don't know who Bert Kettlinger is. Kettinger, never saw it, so got to look that up just because I've never seen it. Trini or whatever. Trini, I'll look him up because these are all in great shape. Must be a collector out there of his stuff somewhere. And look at this. We got the Youngbloods. Don't know who they are, but we got 1, 2, 3 Youngbloods records. So I'm going to look those up. We got a little Who thing here. We got this David Wilcox guy who I don't know who this is. So that's why I got to look that up. Sweet, great record. If it's not trashed, I might even want that for my collection. This is a great album. Sells all the time. It's in good shape. This doesn't look like it's in good shape, but I'll make sure. Supertramp is great. Look that up. Supertramp. Look that up. And now, next batch. Okay, everybody, I'm going to flip through this really quick. This is the batch, the part of what Zipro gave me that I don't think is worth anything. It's just trash. Whether it be from the condition, as this, or just because it's a title that doesn't sell. I'm going to go through these really quickly. Let me know if you see anything that I should take a second look at, but I think it's all trash. Ready? Here we go. Really quick. Quick. Trash. Not worth. Nope. No. This is all stuff that is not worth even looking up, in my opinion. So there we go. Barbara Streisand, get out of here. Doobie Brothers, see you later. Association, no. Different Strokes. And look, all these are great titles, but they're trashed. We got Rush, we got Judas Priest, we got Led Zeppelin, they're all trashed. And this is garbage. So there we go. On to the good stuff now. All right, now from this point on, I believe everything I'm going to show you is stuff that I found in the wild at thrift stores, flea markets, etc. There may be 2 or 3 things accidentally mixed in from what Vance Zipro gave me, but I think all of this is going to be stuff I found in the wild. So check this out. Now, these first few records I'm going to show you were all found, I believe, at one Goodwill outlet store, okay? This is a great record. I love the Ventures. Ventures in Space, right? Pretty cool. Ventures Swamp Rock. Never seen that one before. Anniversary album. The best of. Play the classics. More Ventures. Guitar Genius of Ventures in the Shrink. Pretty cool. Another one in the Shrink. The Horse. I Walk the Line Ventures. This one and this one. All Ventures stuff that I found at the same Goodwill, I'm pretty sure. So that's a score. Now, these train records, for some reason, these things tend to sell. So I buy them when I find them. Here we go. Just a bunch of railroad-themed records. And like I said, they could be sold, especially in batches. I think I could probably sell a few of these on one batch. So yeah, railroad records I always get. Now this one here, no sleeve, but check this out. I thought it was worth grabbing because it's a Blue Note Donald Byrd. It's a little dirty for sure, but I think I can run this through my Sonic cleaner and get that thing looking good. So we're going to try that. Now, I think this is a bunch of mostly soul stuff, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Dells. I've never seen this album cover. I dig it. This is a really rare disco version of Diana Ross's record. LA Dream Team in the Shrink. Can't go wrong there. This is a great rare disco record. Fly Disco Fly. I love disco. I got me a Discopedia. Super Ape. Come on. Lee Scratch Perry. I think this record's a little trashed, but I'm going to try to clean it up. The cover's in the Shrink, though, so I had to get it just for the cover. Lenny Bro. I don't know who that is, but I looked it up. It's got to be something. Preacher Man by the Impressions. Roberto Carlos. I don't remember what that is, but, it's got to be worth something. I looked it up. Bob Mover. Some jazz, looks like. I think most of the stuff in this little batch is jazz. I don't know much about it. All I know is I looked it up. That's a promo. I looked it up, and it was worth getting. So there's a bunch of jazz and blues. I like this. On this cover, it says, handwritten, excellent high-energy blues LP. All cats. Superb. Blues at its utmost. Isn't that great? I had to get it. There we go. Joe Turner. The Dixie Cups. Clarence Carter. Gail Adams. And here's some 12 inches. Jimmy Bohorn. We got Ebo, whatever that is. Coco T. And we got Rob Bass. Remember that? DJ Easy Rock. And then we got this Brooke Hogan person. I don't know, but next batch coming up. All right, next up, I think this batch is classical, etc. So here's a classical one, shrink. Here's a sealed one. I'll go for something. There's another classical. I've never seen this one. Burt Bacharach. I've never picked up a Burt Bacharach album, but this, for some reason, I guess is sellable because of the cover. Pro Art 83 sampler. His Master's Voice, an old one. I always have to look these up. Another good classical one I've never seen before. Another sealed one. I can always sell some sealed stuff. That's pretty evil looking. Had to get that. Hey, Marty, how's it going? Marty, don't get in there. Switched on Bach. Always sell these no matter what if they're in good shape. Good stuff. Here's another sealed. Can't go wrong there. Hey, Marty, don't get in there, honey. No, no, honey. Finlandia, Living Stereo. That's a good one. I've never seen this one. Horrible artwork on the cover. Had to get that. Now, this is another Hawaiian record. Martin Denny. This stuff is always good if it is in good shape. Hey, come on, dude. Les Baxter, again, like Martin Denny. Real good stuff. Exotica. What they used to call it, space age bachelor pad music back in the day. Oh. Marty, there's nothing in there for you, buddy. There's nothing. Okay, Rainforest. We got Larry O'Connor. I don't know what this is. Life in the Suburbs. I had to get it. Conrad Johns, sealed. This is cool because it's at this I think it's one of those things where you would buy it at the place that they play, where they perform. Now, Marty, Conrad does not want you messing with his album. Joni James sings the Gershwins. I don't know. I looked it up. Look at this weird Russian thing. I love picking up stuff like that. Here's another weird Russian thing. Check this out. Look at that. Pretty cool. Hey, Marty, no. Tchaikovsky, classical, strings and things. Frank York, I don't know. More classical and a classical box. So let's move on. Okay, Marty, you ready? Okay. All right, now we got the batch of gospel, and I do really well with selling gospel. This is a band called the Beck Brothers. I've never heard of them, but I found 3 sealed copies, so that's going to probably sell for something good. Men of the Old Testament, I don't remember why that's worth something, but it is. Now, you guys know me. You know I like this gospel stuff. Little Marcy, kids records, made by this woman here, Marcy Tigner. I did a whole video about Little Marcy and Marcy Tigner on my channel. But do you see Marcy Tigner's devil horns? Look at the inverted devil horns here. I don't know if she meant that to be like that, but that says devil to me. Nothing against Marcy, of course, but here's more Marcy. Look, that hair. Can you believe it? That is wicked, man. Wicked. Anyway, Little Marcy stuff. Had to pick it up. Speaking of religious records that I collect, Joni. Joni is one that I collect because, that's right, she's in a wheelchair. And there was a time, a golden era in the 70s, 80s, where a lot of religious records had people with disabilities on them for some reason. Now, check this out. I've never seen one of these before. Not only is this a gospel record, it's also a polka record. That's right. Father Frank Perkovich, Polka Mass. Look at that. Look at that. Have you ever seen anything like this? Now, this back cover kind of looks like one of those crazy people signs. You know, those people that you see on the street holding signs with a bunch of crap written all over them. Looks kind of like that, doesn't it? I can't wait to hear what Polka Mass sounds like. Here's a weird one. A record about getting married, I guess. Whom God has joined. There's probably a record about getting divorced too, but I couldn't find that one. Now this is kind of I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is kind of like a psychedelic gospel record. Holy Ghost Reception Committee. I believe this is worth some good money. Can't remember exactly. Okay, now, I think we're done with the gospel, but this is one of those, you can do it, be a better salesman records. These always sell for me. So I always pick them up when they're in good shape. There's another one, how to multiply your sales. There are people that collect these things specifically. So I do really well with those. And this is another one, Message to Management. Never seen that before. So picked it up. Now this is weird. The Russ Morgan Orchestra, as seen at the Dunes Hotel. Isn't that cool? I love these specific venue records. Here's some kids records, okay? Always got to pick up some kids records. Again, people buy for nostalgia reasons. So here's How the Rhinoceros Got His Skin, How the Camel Got His Hump. Story by Rudyard Kipling. Of course, Disney, got to look that up. Got to check Sesame Street out. Partners, all these records, if they're in good shape, will sell. Now, this is weird. Bedtime Stories and Songs. I looked it up. It's not easy to find, and somebody's going to want it. It's in good shape. Story of the Giants, that's another rare one. And this is a rare kids record. Now, look at the sleeve it's in. Galaxy of Sound record store. Isn't that cool? That is cool. Autograph, too. Rosenschnatz. Look at that. To Sarah. Somebody named Sarah's going to want to buy that. And this made me think of my friend Nikki, who I was supposed to see in Wisconsin, but she couldn't make it. I think she had an emergency with her cat. I hope her cat's okay. But Nikki, the wild dog of the north. I had to get that. Somebody's going to want to buy that. Hi, Marty. And then the last children's record here. I've never seen this before. Pretty cool looking. Francisco Gabilondo Soler. All right, moving on. And as you can see, a lot of CDs were rescued on this trip. And I'm going to tell you, all these that I have in my hand right here, plus a whole lot more I'm going to show you in a couple minutes, were found at the same Goodwill outlet. Okay? Parliament. Osmium. I've never seen that on CD. I've never even heard this album. I'm a big Parliament Funkadelic fan. I've never heard this. On CD. Right? Funkadelic. On CD. Maggot Brain. On CD. Chocolate City, Parliament. Up for the Downstroke, Parliament. Uncut Funk, The Bomb, The Greatest Hits. And dig this Eddie Hazel. I listened to this today. Amazing. I used to have it on vinyl, or maybe I still do, but it's so trashed. This is really good to hear. Now, at that same store, and let me just say, there were a whole lot more Parliament Funkadelic CD covers, cases that I found that didn't have CDs in them. It was a real bummer. Robert Johnson. Delta Blues. Love this. Already own it, but have to get it again because it's so great. This is, I believe, reggae stuff, I think. Yeah, I think this is kind of more modern reggae, but worth selling. Al Green Greatest Hits. Good stuff. War. This guy, Casey Williams. I can't remember what kind of music he is. He might even be country. I don't even know, but valuable. Look at this. Graham Central Station on CD. I've never seen it. A good Temptations comp. Herbie Hancock, Headhunters on CD. This is good. Funkmaster, John Jabbo Starks. This is worth some money. Super Bad Virtual Band. Pretty cool. Look at this. Come on. You never see this on CD, man. You never see this kind of stuff on CD. All right? Look at this. What? Are you kidding? Never. Never will you see this on CD at a thrift store. I swear, I've been to a lot of thrift stores. And all this came from this Goodwill. All this soul stuff that you're seeing now, for the most part, came from that Goodwill. Roots, Curtis, right? Can't go wrong. Look at this, dual disc. Those are always good to look up, no matter who they are. But this is it's great soul stuff, I believe, here, Bill Withers. And then we got Wayne Shorter, which I think is jazz, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Blue Note. And some more jazz here. Blue Note. And Sly and the Family Stone. And it doesn't stop there. Now, I think some of those jazz CDs I got at another thrift store, but all this Sly stuff and the Funkadelic and the funk-centric stuff was from that one Goodwill. I think I spent $80 at that Goodwill. More Sly. Eric Burden of War. Pretty cool, huh? I've never seen this on CD. This wild thing. 3 Souls in My Mind. Look at that guy's Budweiser t-shirt. That sold me. This guy right here sold me. Looks kind of like Tommy Cash. You guys know who Tommy Cash is? Looks kind of like Tommy Cash. Anyway, Tommy Cash from Estonia. I think there's another Tommy Cash too. But anyway, the Jets on CD. Valuable. James Brown. I got it for myself. I don't have this one. James Brown. Got it for myself. Don't have this one. Actually, a lot of this funk stuff is staying with me. So JB's. Got to keep this too. I love the JB's. This looks really good. A band called Amnesty. Never heard of them. Free Your Mind. Looks like a lot of Funkadelic Parliament worship here, but look at that. Can't go wrong. It's got a little damage here, but again, this is probably just for me to keep. This, I already have it. It's worth selling. It's great. Well, it's not I wouldn't say it's a great album. It's not my favorite Schoolie D album, but I'm a big fan of Schoolie D, so And look at this. All of these are probably staying in my collection. The meters, the meters, the meters, and the meters. Man, there's a lot of meters in here, and the meters are great. If you're not hip to the meters, please check them out. Moving on, this young lady. I don't know if this is, I think this might be gospel. I'm not sure, but it's sealed, and usually I'll look up most anything that's sealed because it's typical that it's worth selling. Taco Neck. I think this is like some new experimental rap stuff, or new-ish, you know. Weird. This is reggae. I got this at an antique mall on the way home from Wisconsin. Yeah, sealed. That's worth some good money, I think. Now, these all came from the same store, Sparrow. He does like soca stuff, but he, you know, I could probably sell all these in one batch. Oh, and this is Byron Lee and the Dragonaires, if you don't know what that is. That's totally sellable there. So, moving right along, we have Ravi Shankar, of course. Big following for him. That'll be passed on. This is a weird thing. Bonus music CD. I don't know. Maybe it's like electro or that freestyle dance stuff. I don't know, but worth something. Hawaiian Heart. Some kind of world music, Hawaiian music. I do well with that. This is a very valuable CD. The Copper Eskimo Tradition. Yeah, this is worth selling. This also, even though it's got a little fade there, a little damage, this is also worth the investment. Whatever I paid for it, 50 cents. This one, pretty good too. Yep, worthy. And look, Cusco. Do you guys know who Cusco is? Look, I got a lot of Cusco over here. Look at this. I got that one. I got this one. I got this one. I got this one. I got this. Oh, not this. Well, this looks similar, right? But all those Cusco. I can't remember what kind of music it is, but it was worth getting. And then we have this jazz CD here, 2-in-1 album thing. Moving right along. We've got this, Lotto Jesus. I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's that guy. I think it may be comedy, novelty music. He's got a tie-dye. Who knows? Blue. This is valuable. I can't remember what kind of music it is, but there's the dudes. And then we have this. This is also valuable. I can't remember if this is experimental, indie rock. I can't remember. Don't remember anything about this either. This may have been something that Vance gave me in a box. This is probably also something Vance gave me. I can't remember. Cigar Rose, I think they're called. Dylan, you know, that's going to be resellable. I'll sell that. I do not like Bob Dylan's music. Led Zeppelin, got that one to sell, and this one. All 2 Zeppelin CDs. And, of course, I got this to keep because Billy Squier, and it's like all the greatest songs right here, so score for me. I'm going to change the camera angle. Be right back. All right, here we go. Moving right along to the next stack here. We have some rock stuff here, it looks like. We have Animals. Love them. This is probably going to be in my collection. Angels and Airwaves, guy from Blink-182. Tom, I love this band. Never heard this album. Got it. Listened to it on the way home. Love it. Staying in my collection. Thin Lizzy for my collection. Even though it's missing the trade card, I still picked it up. Again, Thin Lizzy, probably for my collection if I don't have it yet. It's an early silver disc thing there, so might keep that. Rainbow, got to check that out. I'm not very familiar with a lot of rainbows, so that's good. Loud Fast Ramones, obviously I had to pick that up, probably for my collection. 101ers, I've never really heard them. I'm going to have to check this out, right? Joe Strummer's 101ers. Gang of Four Entertainment, my God, how could you pass this up? This is a pressing I don't have, though, but so I might keep that, not sure. But I do have that on many different media. Now this, Death Clock. I love this band. They're, I guess, a cartoon metal band, and I guess this is the deluxe version of their second album. And I got to say, their first album is my favorite. Guns N' Roses. Got to pick this up. You know, I don't even know if I own this album in any form. So, you know, I do like a few songs on here. So we got that. Now, I am, you know, unapologetically really a fan of some Red Hot Chili Peppers stuff, and this is remastered versions that I didn't have, so I picked those up for myself. Here's John Frusciante from Chili Peppers. His solo thing looked pretty weird. When I met him, he was a very, very nice guy, and so I'm going to check that out. Pearl Jam, these live limited edition CDs always sell for me, so I picked that up. I like Eddie Vedder. I'm not too into his music, though. Triumph, got to have that. Rock. Okay, so more rock stuff, I believe, right here. Hi, Marty. How's it going? Marty's right down here. He's going to make an appearance, I'm sure. Lou Reed. This is it's kind of an odd pressing, a rare pressing of this album, so got that to pass on. Now, this was given to me by Zep Hurl, Vance. And I don't know the band, Social Intercourse. It's autographed. We'll look it up. The Haunt. Okay, we'll look that up. 2 CDs by Stuck Underwater that Vance gave me. Don't know what they are. Gonna look them up. This is a rare, I think, indie rock album by somebody called 00, Janet Lost and a Melody. It's a little beat up, and even with the damage that it has, I think this is still very sellable. It's very hard to find, so look it up if you want to. Dirty, I believe this is some kind of 90s band. Looks very 90s, right? I can't remember, but it was worth me getting. Bowling for Soup, sealed. I want to say it's ska. I can't remember, but yeah, this is worth it. Now, this is very rare. I think this is like Insane Clown Posse worship stuff. I got this at the antique mall that I stopped at on my way home when my legs were cramping up and I had to walk somewhere. I walked in the antique mall and I got this for like $3, and I think it's worth some money. If you want to look it up, it's called Insane with a Z instead of an S. Straight jackets for everyone, but it looks like Insane Clown Posse worship. Mayday Parade. I believe this might be rap or rock. I can't remember, but yeah, certainly worth me picking up. This is another rare thing. Persistence. I can't remember if it's rock or what, but it may even be reggae. I don't know, but look at that. Intense Anxiety Records. Have you ever seen Intense Anxiety Records? I haven't, so I had to pick that up. Sealed Sleep Signals. Can't remember what this is, but I was at the thrift store. I looked it up, and it made sense to get it. I can't remember. I think maybe this is one that Lance gave me, or Lance, that Zep Hurl Vance gave me. Can't remember. I think this is one that Zep gave me too. Merge Records sampler. Probably one Vance gave me. Weird sealed CD. Another one that Vance gave me, Merge Records sampler. Don't know. I'll look it up. I got this somewhere. Can't remember what it is, but yeah, it was worth picking up. Maybe this is techno. I can't remember. Stone Age Woo. The Zorch Sounds of Nervous Norvis. Had to get it. Don't even know what it is, but I had to get it. And look, there's a Braille card in there. Man, if somebody can decipher Braille for me really quick, what does that say? Don't know. It's probably like to so-and-so with love, Norvis. Probably his Braille signature. Fish. This is a just the cover, but I have the CDs of this from, one of those. You find those folders of CDs where people throw away the tray card and the cover and they just have the CDs. I have the CDs somewhere for this, and that said, it will sell. Watsonville Patio. I don't remember what this is. I don't remember, but there it is. And then I got this from my friend Brad, who is related to Red Sovine, Bradley Sovine. And he has a small little collection of Red Sovine memorabilia and a little shrine in his house. And there it is. That's going with him. All right, last batch of CDs. Can you believe it? Here we go. We got Sealed, Dixieland Jazz Band. For some reason, that's worth something. Twyla Paris is, I believe, a gospel singer, and this particular version of the CD is resellable for me. Sealed classical stuff, I believe, here. And Steve Reich. Always got to check out Steve Reich. I like a lot of his stuff, so that might be staying with me. Dynamica, I believe this is some kind of weird something. Maybe industrial, maybe experimental. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember what this is either. Turikunda. Look at that. Cool logo. I can't remember what it is. Maybe, I don't know. African music. It's on celluloid. Don't know. Can't remember. Let's see. Rick Hardesty. Don't remember what this is. There he is. Little graffiti crimes going on there. Honey Wagon Sealed. I don't know. Rock, country. Your guess is as good as mine. This. Can't even pronounce any of that. So maybe that's why I bought it. I tend to buy things I can't pronounce. This. Deluxury. In a ratted ass broken case, but probably broke out of their cage too. But I just remember this is rare, and I had to get it. This is a Tori Amos bootleg CD, Tori the Fox. So that has some value. Don Cornell, whoever he is, he was valuable enough for me to get. Sealed. Spike Jones. I love Spike Jones. I've never seen these V-disc releases on CD. I've always seen them on vinyl, so it's interesting to see them on CD. And a Sealed Kai Kaiser V-disc, that was worth getting there. This was worth getting. It's a digital recording CD of the Don Menza's 80s big band, and for some reason that is something people want. And then we have Sealed Manhattan Transfer Can't go wrong with sealed stuff often. And speaking of sealed, we got Dino here, right? We got Bing Crosby duets, sealed. We got Kugo, sealed. And I'm going to keep this because I'm an Andrew Sisters collector, and I don't have this. That's sealed. Another Andrew Sisters for my collection. Love them. Sealed Burl Ives Christmas. That'll sell. Best of the Monkees. I may even have this already, but just in case I didn't, I picked it up. Totally resellable. This is a weird kids CD, and it's valuable. And I don't know, McGee and Me. Some of you might know this. I have no idea. But I looked it up. Urban Chipmunk on CD. That'll sell. Go figure. This, Sesame Street, Joe Raposo. There he is. It's got all kinds of stuff on there, but it has the damn Muppets on the cover. And then we have this Disney CD, worth picking up. This thing, Fruit Smoothie Groove, I have no idea, by the Crawdaddies. That was worth picking up. Some kids CD. This thing, Teen Titans, sealed. That was worth picking up. Gonna resell that. Menudo on CD. Now I kind of like Menudo. I got a pretty good Menudo vinyl collection that I just happened to get all at once when I was in college somehow. But this doesn't have my favorite song, Cannonball, on it, so I don't know about this one, but totally resellable. This is my favorite CD that I got, probably. Preventing Teen Rebellion. This is one way to castrate your teen's passion in life and to make sure your teen hates you more. That's what it should be called. Are you about to become a parent of a teenager? No. The answer is no. This is sealed. Steering with My Knees. Paul, I think this is comedy. I don't know. But this is worth money. I don't know. It's like a book CD. It's crazy. And this, I believe this is a DVD of a movie called, there it is, 100 Days with Mr. Arrogant. This is valuable, especially in sealed form there. And this, last thing, I tell you, I look up everything that's sealed. Here's some kind of like aerobics thing that is sealed, and I can sell it. Now, on to the next. All right, everybody. Next thing, 7-inch vinyl. Dig this, all right? Romper Room. This is worth something. It's fairly old, and it's got the picture sleeve, so that's good. This, a challenge personal achievement. One of those selling records I was talking about earlier. I never see 7-inch versions, so pick that up. And this, another one of these motivational seller records. Hey, what's up, Cricket? Yep, and look at this, McDonald's. High school band, right? McDonald's, there's always collectors of McDonald's. Les Baxter on 7-inch. I've never seen a picture sleeve Les Baxter on 7-inch. Space Age Bachelor Pad music, Exotica, that kind of thing. That's his genre prophetic guidance. Yeah, this is unusually worth something. I remember looking it up, so yeah. Oh, Stacey Q. Stacey Q. I like Stacey Q. I even like the band that she was in before Stacey Q called SSQ was really good. And yeah, I'm digging that. Now, Expose, I can sell this all day long. These are, I believe, promotional copies. Maybe not, but whatever the case, these picture sleeve Expose records will sell. 2 of those. I believe these were in some 7-inches that Vance gave me. Zepearl, and you'll be seeing a few in here that he passed my way. Escape Club, I think another one that Vance gave me, and these are promotional copies. Those sell. Carla Boniff, I can't remember what kind of music she is, but this will sell. Promotional copy for that. Claude King, I think it's country music. Can't be sure. I found that in a thrift store somewhere. This one, So Many Men, So Little Time. I think this came from Vance. I think this is another one that Zepearl gave me. I bought this one at a thrift store. I don't know who he is, but she did it. Yeah, we called him It in school. That was his nickname. But anyway, no, I don't know who he is, but it's resellable. Now look at this: New Kids on the Block, promo, white label, and sellable, totally. And another one that Vance gave me. Another one that Vance gave me here. All these rubber stamped ones are ones that Zepearl gave me. White label promo, Buffalo Stance. This is a classic song, and I hardly ever see the picture sleeve. 7-inch. Andy Kim. I found this in a thrift store. I don't know who Andy Kim is. I looked him up. Steed Records. Somehow he is resellable. Sweet Georgia Brown. Now, the thing about this is it's by the Harlem Globetrotters. So there's a market there. I've sold some Harlem Globetrotters 7 inches on LPs before. I've never seen this one, so pretty cool. This is a child's record that is worth some good money, especially with the book. It's a book record thing here, as you can see. Yes, yes, yes. So that'll be passed on to somebody. And this, I don't remember what it is. Superphonics. I'm guessing it's some kind of pop. Maybe I don't know. Maybe soul. Yeah, Lindy. I've never heard of that label, Lindy. That is resellable. I found that at the thrift store. This is cool. It's Toronto. Your daddy don't know. I don't remember. I think it's rock music. But look at the original receipt in there. 1983, $1.88. So that is something I found thrifting. This, I believe I found thrifting. It could have been something that Vance gave me. Can't remember. White label promo of SOS Band. Always good. Sammy Johns. Can't remember where I got this. If it was a Vance gift or if I found it at a thrift store, but that is probably Soul, I'm going to guess. I'm not sure. Can't remember, but this is something I found in a thrift store. I can't remember what it is. Rock and roll, see you later, alligator. Okay, so it's obviously some kind of like rockabilly stuff, right? So I don't know. I looked it up and it's something. And now look, if you're looking at this video and you see things in here that you know about, let me know, because a lot of times I only remember what these are long enough to know that I have to buy them or not, and then I forget. So Bobby Lord promo. This is pretty cool. 2 Eddie Kendricks records, and great shape. So Eddie Kendricks can't go wrong with that. And here's Lighthouse. Can't remember what kind of music that is. Maybe 60s stuff. Who knows? Can't remember, but there we go. This is something I picked up at a thrift store. These are... I'm not a big fan of hunting, you guys, but these records are really weird. Like Distress Cry of a Rabbit. I don't even want to hear this, right? But I know that somebody is going to want to collect this. So they can hear the distress call of the rabbit. I don't need to. I want to hear the happy rabbit dance call. Okay, here we go. Marvin and Johnny. I believe this is soul stuff. Modern Oldies label. Never seen it before. Picked that up somewhere. Volt, the Dramatics. Can't remember where I got this. This may have been something that Vance gave me. I love the peaches sleeve on that. Leif Garrett. You know, I'm a Leif Garrett fan, you know. I've mentioned it over and over. We sampled him on my band's record, Silica Gel. Company B, 2 promo copies of Fascinated. Company B, that's some dance stuff, electro maybe, they might call it that. Now here's Randy Newman with Short People. You know Short People, that horrible song that came out in the 70s. For some reason this is worth something, especially with that jukebox title. I picked this up somewhere. Big J, Rex Sylvester, can't remember. Maybe it's Soul. Looks like it might be Soul. I'm not sure if this is the... I don't think this is the sleeve it came out. I'm not sure, but mystery to me at this point. Club Nouveau, I can sell that. This is another one from Vance. And I think there's one just like it next to it. Right, so 2 promos there. Another Andy Kim. Crazy. Now this, the Cover Girls. This will sell all day, and there's 2 of those. 2 of those Cover Girls records. Oh, wait, let's make it 3. 3 of those Cover Girls records. Timex Social Club promo. I believe this is a promo. In any case, this will sell. J Records. Again, some dance stuff, electro, club music. Billy Vera and the Beaters. This will sell. Rhino. Good one here. This is pretty cool. Norma Tanega. I think this is one that was in the batch that Vance gave me. And this is interesting stuff. And it sells. So Norma has a market there. Outsiders, a really great copy of their Lost in My World, and respectable. I believe that is some 60s psych stuff, possibly. Marty Feldman Eyes. Now, Bruce Babyman Baum did a song, and I'm guessing it's a rip on Betty Davis Eyes. You know Marty Feldman, right? With the eyes, you know? Anyway, I had to pick that up just because I was wondering what the hell. Promo of Inner City's Big Fun. That will sell. That is another probably electro or what they call freestyle. Maybe it's freestyle. New Kids on the Block. Rubber stamped radio station copy. Another one. And a white label promo. So all those will sell. Surprisingly enough. Canned Heat in the original Liberty sleeve. That'll sell. a promo of Shannon lets music play, and guess what? There's 2 of them. Those will both sell. Peter McCann, I can't remember what kind of music this is, but something about the fact that it had this sleeve on it made it just barely, I think, worth selling. This is a big mystery to me. If anybody can help me with this, I haven't found a lick of information about David Val or Big Tuna Records. Three Little Fishies is one, and Doing the Fishy Thang is another. Could be soul, could be country, could be a novelty record, and I like how this sticker was added later. Thanks, Paul Gallus. It's like Paul made a stink and said, "Where's my thanks? Better add that sticker." So help me with that one. I don't know. I can't find anything about it. Here's a one, the chevrons. This is pretty good. Rock and roll stuff looks like. It says here, sing along LP, rock and roll. Yeah, so not quite sure about that. Now these next 2, I haven't really looked them up, but the Dickies covered Pretty Ballerina by the Left Bank on an album, and I swear to God, right next to it in the pile that Vance gave me is another song that the Dickies covered by the Human Beings, Nobody But Me. So I got these for my Dickies collection. This is another one I could not find online, you guys, so help me out. Alpha is the label. Obviously, it's going to be hard to read the language there. It's in Greek, but there's the catalog number. On the back is the catalog number with the B instead of an A. Anyway, help me. Can't find it. And here, I got this one because when I was a kid, I grew up listening to Dickie Goodman and his song, Mr. Jaws. It was kind of the first time I'd ever been hip to the kind of like mashup, sampling almost. This guy would take parts of records and intersperse them in a song that he created himself, and it was wild. I'd never heard anything like that, and me and my friends started doing that ourselves. We would take our own 7-inch records and put parts of them together, and I think that's what really got me a shoe in the door as far as my mind goes with accepting experimental music or repeated tape loops or any kind of a cut and paste music like that. So anyway, let's move on now to some 10-inch vinyl. All right, a short stack of 10-inch vinyl here. I've never seen this anywhere. Had to get it. Haven't even looked it up or anything. I just know that kind of cover is desirable by people. And look at that. Ultraphonic logo. The whole thing is just so cool. And I got to tell you, I'm looking at these cigarettes, man. Now, does that look like normal cigarettes and then what might be another kind of cigarette in there? I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out. But that ashtray, whew, find one of those in the thrift store. That's probably worth something too. Next is a similar thing. I found it in the same thrift store as I found the other one. Pretty cool. And now these will sell just for the covers, I'm sure. And another Essex Ultraphonic release here. And I haven't even looked at the labels or anything, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So I don't know. Might be worth something, might not, but the covers alone sold me. I mean, could you imagine these two framed? Just together like that, pretty cool. Now look at this, Wyatt Earp. I've never seen this in all my travels. Picture sleeve, Jesse James. Don't even have to look that up. I think that's gonna sell. And this is another one of those weird hunting records. But this is an older one. Predator Calling, Tenacious for Quality. Yeah, Herders. I think they were a popular company for making hunting gear and equipment. But look at that, something got to that, huh? But anyway, this. Pretty wild stuff. Now, this is weird. I think, man, this may have been something that, gosh, I don't know if Vance gave me this or I found this somewhere, but Vinyl Gratification, Local Natives. I don't know what it is. Looks like a recent release. Gonna check that out. I found these in a thrift store. Happens to be some 10-inch classical stuff that may be valuable. So got that one and 2 of these, 2 of the same one at the same thrift store, and those are somewhat valuable. Now, on to the next batch of media. All right, you guys, some cassettes, a few stacks here I want to go through with you. And by all means, if you see anything in this video that you want for any reason, let me know, because it'll be some time before I have time to list this stuff on eBay. So here are a bunch of cassette singles that were worth me picking up. All pretty much from the same era. You got a couple of Shanice here. You got Nikki France. All this is pretty much considered, I guess, electro, R&B, or freestyle stuff, if I'm not mistaken. And then I got this Boys II Men cassette. For whatever reason, that is worth me getting and reselling. Next up, we have this great stuff. Kind of Bollywood, world music. All of this stuff is pretty good to pass on eBay. And this, I can't remember this band, but their stuff on vinyl sells well, and I didn't see a cassette listed, so got that. Now check this out. All right, we got this tape. It's Cure homemade tape, but it's got some rare Cure stuff on it, which I wanted to hear. So there we go. Anybody know anything about this? Let me know in the comments below, because that is interesting to me. Now, this is another 80s thing. Freiheit, I love this band. This is for my own collection. Had to have this for me. Love this band. Great synth pop. Really happy synth pop from Germany. Dig it. Don't sleep on Freiheit. And I had to get sealed David Bowie and sealed Journey. Those will sell easily on eBay for sure. I love sealed stuff because I don't have to grade it. You know, it's mint condition all day long. So Love Sit Love. Rock band, I don't know. This guy, I don't know what kind of music he is, but these were both worth me getting. Now, here's some weird stuff that I got. This is for my stream, my live stream on Thursdays, because I do noise stuff, and so I tend to pick up these spoken word things you know, doing a loop on that tape recorder I have, you know, rewind, 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 rewind. I love doing that. Anyway, that's that. And I have 2 sealed versions of this, which are interesting to me. I'm not sure if I can even sell these, but if not, I'm going to use them for my stream. Hi, Marty. You like that? You like those? Go ahead. Say hello to those. It's Marty, everybody. Now, the last few I'm going to show here are kind of odd. This is not a cassette, but certainly resellable on my part. TDK 128 millimeter tape. That is good to go. And look at this weird thing, you guys. Look at this. I found this at a flea market in Indiana. And it's used to have bubble gum in it. But it's like a cassette. It's a mini. Look at the size compared to a real cassette. So anyway, I had to pick that up. I've never seen anything like that, so probably sellable, but I didn't even look it up. Now, these last 2 I'm going to show you from the tape world are, well, it's not really both tapes, but they're both size of tapes. Anyway, this is a tape, and I want you to look this up online. This sells for really good money. I couldn't believe it. I found this at a flea market, looked it up just randomly because it was video game related. This is killer tape to sell. I don't know anything about it, but it's favorite mushroom party hits. Who doesn't love mushroom party hits? Tell me. And this, it's not a cassette. It's not a tape of any kind, but it's about the same size as a tape. What is it? What could it be? Mariah Carey, what is this freak of nature, old style media that you're on? Well, it is a mini disc, everybody. Mini disc album, sealed, right? You don't think this is worth money? You crazy. This is worth some dollars. I think I paid $0.25 for this. No, this guy was selling these things for 10 for $1. I got this for $0.10. This for $0.10 and this for $0.10 and 8 other things. I think I got 10 things exactly. So $0.10 for each of these. Look them up. These might pay some bills for me, and I'm really happy to find them. So let's go to the next batch of ancient media. Okay, everybody, I've saved the best for last. The best vinyl finds, I think, of this trip, and they all came to me in one batch at one place. Let me tell you the story. So I was in a thrift store somewhere in Wisconsin. I can't remember exactly where, maybe near La Crosse, maybe near Madison, I can't remember. But I was in a thrift store, and this older gentleman comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, you like records?" And I said, "Yeah, I like records." Told him about me traveling and buying records, and he said, "Well, my brother-in-law, he's in hospice, and he's got 6,000 records." Oh, hi, Marty. And we have to get rid of them. We have to get, this basement clear of all the records. And I said, "Well, I'd love to come look at them." He said, "We're trying to get somebody to take all of them, like all 6,000 of them. We're trying to take them." And I said, "Well, I only have a Nissan Sentra. I'm from North Carolina. That won't happen, but I'd love to come by and look at them and maybe pick a few." He wasn't really into the idea of me just picking a few. But I went by there, and he did let me get out of there with a stack of records. I paid him $2 each, and I just really, as I was looking, skimming the tops of all these stacks of records, and they weren't stacked like this. They were stacked on top of each other. And that's really a bad sign, right? Because records get warped that way. But the stacks were so, like, perfectly stacked. It was amazing. A whole garage and basement full. And I just skimmed off the top of what I was seeing as I was talking to him, and I was throwing things to the side saying, "Oh, I like that one, the way that one looks. I, don't have any records by that band. I'll get that one." And, oh, Marty, you're messing up everything, aren't you? So this is what I left with, and I'm going to show you. And like I said, I was there probably 20 minutes, and just had enough time to skim off the top of a few piles. If anybody is in the Madison or La Crosse area of Wisconsin and is interested in 6,000 records for probably a really good price, please contact me, because I would love to hook this guy up. I have his phone number. So here we go with Marty as our prop right there. We're going to try to go through these records. So look at this, the Dixie Drifter. Okay, I have no idea what this is. I just said, that is probably a private pressing. And I told the guy, this guy's probably from Wisconsin, right? And of course, there it is, Madison, Wisconsin. So I was like, look, I was right. He's from Madison. So the guy sold me this one, and that is just so cool. I don't even know what it is, but of course, now we have Beatles here, and everybody loves the Beatles, don't they? But this is great. It's like a double album, I believe. Yep, 2 LPs live. I think there are several different pressings of this, but anyway, I could certainly resell that and help pay for my trip. And now look at this. No, Marty, do not eat the records. God almighty. We got this one. And then we got this here. 1966, Blowing Your Mind. I just randomly picked it out like, I might be interested in this one. Marty, get away from the records, please. Come on now. Okay, so we got Blowing Your Mind. It's a gatefold. It's got all kinds of 60s stuff. Really great shape, these records. Really, really good shape. And this, I love Stacy Q. And this is a fairly hard to find version of her 2 of Hearts 12. Are you just trying to be in the shot, dude? Come on, man. Marty, what are you doing, brother? Come on, your big ass is in the way. You just won't get out of the shot. Anyway, we'll try to do this in spite of Marty. 2 of Hearts 12-inch. I've never seen this cover. I know it's not easy to find. And, it's on some small label, Formula One. But I love Stacy Q. I think this song has some kind of history in Raleigh, North Carolina. So, anyway, love that. Now, look, I've never seen this Fleetwood Mac album, so I grabbed this. It's got to be one that's not easy to find. A little bit of a staining there, but otherwise, I think it's in fantastic shape. So, picked up that. Another Fleetwood Mac I just grabbed. Lots of this stuff is in really great shape. The stuff that I've looked at so far, really great shape. Now, this is weird. I don't know if this is, maybe this is in the right sleeve, but it's a promo of the tubes, and there's 2 copies of it in here. Two separate copies of the record in this sleeve. I'm not sure if this is the sleeve it originally came in, but I love the tubes, so I pulled that out. Now, of course, I had to get the Kiss, and I looked at the vinyl quality of this, and it's great. Really clean version. Industry cut there on the corner, but I love me some Kiss, of course, ever since I was a kid. And no, the sticker is not included in this, but great find. Now, these next few are gonna blow your mind. They blew my mind, okay? Because I'm a big fan of this next band. Here we go. Look at that. Village People. Picture disc. Picture disc in the shrink, okay? Look at that. And more. Village People. Picture disc in the shrink. I don't have any of these. I'm a huge Village People collector, okay? I don't have these. Village People. First album on picture disc. Isn't that insane? Right? Love it. And look at this. Pac-Man album, picture disc. Can you get to that? And look at this. Cyndi Lauper. She's So Unusual. Great album. I saw this tour when I was a kid. Picture disc. And there's another one without the sleeve, the sticker, but still another picture disc. Now, check this out. Picture disc. Star Wars. Can't go wrong there, right? Now, the next one is going to blow your mind and everybody else's mind. You ready for this? I got this for $2 in somebody's basement. Okay, look at this. No Wave compilation. Picture disc. Front and back. Look at that. And this is a rare numbered copy, which I didn't have. I mean, everybody almost has this. Almost everybody I know has this compilation in some form, but not the picture disc and not the numbered version. Now, this next one's really going to blow your mind. Are you ready? I found this in the basement for $2. Ready? Boom. Look at that. Look at this, guys. The Cramps. The Cramps picture disc in a basement in Madison, Wisconsin. Or just outside of Madison, Wisconsin, anyway. Look at that. That is some sick, sick find there. That is a sick, sick, sick find. So that is cool as hell. Now this, I picked this up just randomly, skimming off the top of these piles of records, because I thought this is new wave. It's synth pop. It's something I've never heard, never seen it. And I know I recognized this label before, Sheffield Lab, right? I don't know really much about it, but I recognized it. So I picked it up. And I thought, well, could be something, could be nothing, but I've never seen it. Let me just pick it up. Well, I implore you to go look this up on Discogs, eBay, or whatever. It blew my mind. This is a very valuable album. That's all I'm going to say. It's a very valuable album, and it turns out it's jazz. Okay? This blew my mind. Could be the best thing I found in the whole trip. Could be. Now, these next two things I'm going to show you are not from this guy's batch, actually, but they are two of my favorite finds from the whole trip. Okay? Are you ready? Here we go. Grand finales here. Look at these two 7-inches. I found these at a thrift store. Just read the labels, please. Now, one day I'm planning to digitize these and post them on my YouTube channel as audio with a little slideshow video to go along with them. That's my plan. Can you believe it? I mean, it's just weird that there's not the word "the" between these two words here. It's just so, well, you know what I'm trying to say. Amazing, right? The only place I've seen these mentioned online is the WFMU website, where they listed as one of their favorite thrift finds ever. That's the only time I've seen this listed. I found two of them. Two of them. Okay, now, here's the final thrift find I'm going to show you as far as this trip goes. This came in this box, phonograph record, and it says Dr. Ann's on mental health, okay? And I lifted this up, and I saw this. Look at this. Anxiety and a decade of tranquilizer therapy. You can't go wrong with this record. I cannot go wrong with this record. And let me just say thank you again to my friend Zep Earl, Vance, in Chicago, who gifted me this amazing record while I was there at his house. I couldn't believe it. I don't have a whole lot of Kiss bootlegs or early live recordings on vinyl, and I love this. I think it's really interesting that this is a bootleg, and it's illegal anyway, but they decided not to test the waters using the real Kiss logo. They'll put the bootleg recording out, but they will not mess with that trademark Kiss logo. So I thought that was really interesting. Vance, Zep, thank you very much. You rule. And everybody, I hope you enjoyed this thrift haul journey. I plan to go on more as soon as I can. May the rock and roll gods bless you all as they bless me. And we'll talk to you later.